So today we're going to be doing a panda nail design, and the nail polishes that we are going to be using today are
an LA Colors Color Craze Black.
We're using a Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in white on. We thinned ours out a little bit, so the texture is a little bit different.
We're going to be using a Spoiled, and this one is in the color Distant Memory.
And we're going to be using this Zoya in the color Wednesday.
So stay tuned to see the Panda nail art tutorial.
So we're going to be taking our Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in white on. Like I said before, we thinned ours out because it was getting a little thick. We used acetone to do this, and it resulted in making a very fast dry white. It's a little sheerer than before, but that's okay.
So we're just going to completely paint our nail, and when we're done, we're just going to clean up around a little bit with our brush dipped in acetone. And when we're done with this, we will come back and show you the rest of the tutorial.
So we're going to clean up around our cuticle a little more later, but we decided since we're going to get messy anyways, why do all the work now? And I'm going to take this green because we're going to basically be making bamboo shoots for the panda to eat, because we don't want them to starve to death, because that's animal abuse.
So a lot of people like to they like to drop out their nail polish on a piece of paper, but we don't like to do that because we realize that it's kind of a waste because the nail polish spreads out and dries quickly. So instead, we just get our polish from the neck of the brush to conserve polish.
So now we're going to be making some bamboo stalks by doing thin lines. And you can use a dotting tool if you'd like for this step, or a Q-tip, or you could just skip this altogether. But we were hoping to add a little more detail.
And you don't have to do a whole lot of bamboo shoots. If you want, you could do only 4 or 5.
That's what we're going to do because we don't want to make the background too distracting. Just going to quickly do one more. So now what we're going to do is take a tiny brush, and we are going to make little tiny leaves on the bamboo. Actually, I think you know what, I'm still going to use a tiny brush. I'm a brush girl.
So we're just going to be adding some leaves on the bamboo shoots.
And you don't have to focus very much on the top of the bamboo because that's probably going to be covered with your panda head. Okay, so we're going to let this dry, then we're going to move on to the next step.
So we'll be back in a few minutes.
So now we're going to be making our panda. We're going to be using this white to make the shape of the head, which honestly doesn't have to be perfect. He's furry, so
we're just doing a half moon kind of shape at the bottom of our nail to make the face. And you might have to do some multiple layers to make it opaque.
I'm also going to add a little, even though we're going to be covering this in black, I'm just going to be doing a little bit where the ears are going to go. And I'm going to quickly clean up around my cuticle. Okay, so we're going to do another coat because this stuff dries fast. Oh, okay. Or get all over my camera, but either way. And we're just going to add a little more. Okay, so now we are ready to add some black to this panda.
So, stay tuned to see the next part of the tutorial. So we finished touching up the head, the outline of the head, and now we're going to begin adding the black spots.
So what I'm going to be doing is, again, taking it from the neck of the bottle. This brush on this nail polish is kind of splayed, but that's okay. So now we're going to be making his ears black to make him look more like a panda. So we're going to do a little bit of ear.
And we're using a brush for this, but some people might feel more comfortable using a dotting tool, and that's perfectly fine.
You can also just use the brush of the nail polish if you desire to do so.
As long as your brush isn't too big.
But it's going to be hard to do with the next step, so if you want to face this panda. Okay, so the next step is doing eyes and a face. So I'm going to take a small brush
and we're going to put small dots where the eyes are going to be. And this is going to stand for the black spots behind the panda's eyes.
Now I'm going to do his little nose, and I'm going to kind of make it like he's peeking out, so I'm not going to do like the full nose. I'm just going to go like that because I think it's kind of cute that he'd be peeking out of the bamboo because he's a curious little guy. And I'm just going to add a little bit of a gleam in his eye for a little more detail because got to.
So we're going to pull out our Extreme Wear White, and we're going to get a small brush. We're using a striping brush, and we're going to add a gleam in his eye.
Okay, so after I've loaded up my brush, I'm going to go over to his eye and just slightly put a little bit of a glisten.
And now we're going to clean up around our cuticles, and we'll add a top coat, and we'll be back with you to show you the final shot. So that concludes our panda tutorial. If you did like this tutorial, please click the like button down below. And if you have any comments or requests, leave that in the comments section and we'll be sure to see them. Also, please check out our Instagram and our Twitter, because we are almost to 600 followers on Instagram. And if you could help us reach our goal, that would be awesome. Also, don't forget to subscribe for more future videos. Again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye!